Hey everyone, Ross McCorkle here with another episode of the Depot 180. The Pittsburgh Steelers are on their bye week, so there isn't a ton of breaking news to share, but there are a number of things to keep an eye on coming out on the other end of this break. For one, tackle Broderick Jones should now be the full-time starter at left tackle. It seemed pretty likely he would start at some point in this season. While I am not positive it would have been this soon if not for the injury to Dan Moore Jr. hurting his knee, this is ultimately a needed change. Moore is the lowest graded offensive lineman on the team. Per Pro Football Focus, Broderick Jones in his first start against the Ravens looked pretty good and flashed some high-level play. He has allowed some pressures in his time played so far, but that is to be expected. He will take his lumps as a rookie, but now we can start to see the rookie's progression. He was always billed as a raw player coming out of the draft, so that progression should be quite evident, if everything goes as planned, as we get into the tape throughout the season. Regardless, removing the lowest graded player of the group, it would be pretty hard for that to end up being a negative. Joey Porter Jr. is another player who might come out of the bye week with a significantly bigger role. Terrell Austin, the defensive coordinator, was non-committal on Porter being a starter, but I don't see how you keep him off the field any longer. Every time he has come in the game, he has made plays. He was just graded on one of Pro Football Focus's lists as the top corner on 3rd and 4th down. We know how Mike Tomlin loves to preach the performance on weighty downs, and Porter has excelled in that area. The clearest example being the interception in the end zone against the Ravens following the Gunnar Olszewski fumbled free kick late in the game. If not for that pick, the outcome certainly could have been much different. You were defined as a Steeler in your performance against the Ravens, and Porter is off to a great start in that regard. Patrick Peterson recently stated he was content with taking a reduced role to help the team, so we will see what comes of that. On the other hand, Levi Wallace has had an equally rough start to the season outside of his 2 interceptions against the Las Vegas Raiders. This is the most interesting thing to keep an eye on coming out of the bye. What's the plan in the secondary, and whose snaps get eaten into by Joey Porter Jr.? This weekend, all eyes will be on the Baltimore Ravens playing in London against the Tennessee Titans. If they win, they will take the temporary lead in the AFC North with a 4-2 record, having played one more game than the Steelers. The Bengals will play against the Seattle Seahawks, which should be a good game, and the Cleveland Browns will come off their bye week to play the San Francisco 49ers in a tough matchup without Deshaun Watson, who has a bruised rotator cuff. Let me know how you enjoyed the video on Twitter at Ross_McCorkle, and as always, visit SteelersDepot.com for your latest and greatest Steelers breaking news and analysis.